So you're new to Amazon FBA, you're not too sure what it is that you need to check for before you hit the Google button to see if you can buy a product. Let me take you through the basic checks that I do before I even try and source a product. Okay, so we start on the product page, and the first thing I always look at is I check that the brand name matches the name in the title, because if it doesn't, you might be on someone's private label listing, and that's the last thing you want. Then going over to Seller Amp, that's what I use. You can use BuyBot Pro or any other software. Sorry, all my pop-ups. So what you want to look at here is you want to check that the drops, I have a minimum of about 30 drops, unless the profit is really high, and then maybe I'll look at less sales. Then I will look at the FBA sellers, or all the sellers actually, and make sure the brand isn't on the listing. So this just means hovering your mouse over the FBA, FBM things. Sometimes you'll have a little load more button, so just make sure you scroll all the way down. Then I will go down to Keeper. Then you want to be looking at year, because you want to see sort of the trend over the year. So you can either scroll your cursor over here and just check the price. What you're checking here is to see that there weren't any major dips or the price hasn't dropped too much. There's another way to check that, which I'll show you in a minute. And then when you're down here, this is the new offer count, this blue line, and you just want to make sure that there's no real sharp drop there. I call it the seller drop of death. That's kind of an indication of an IP complaint. And as you can see, there's not really anything here. Then you're going to go up to Keeper at the top here, and you're going to press the tab Data. And there's a couple of things that I check here once it's loaded. The first thing I check is that the price hasn't changed too much, and as you can see, 19, 18, 18, that's okay, because if it's dropped a lot and sort of stayed low, that will be the next sort of indicator that'll tell you that there's a lot of price tankers, or it's a really easy product to source. Then the last thing I check is if you go up here to Buy Box Statistics, I'll go to 365, and again, I'm just going to run through the list of names here and double check that the brand owner isn't on the list. If this is also a good place, if Amazon is on it, just to check that they are sharing the buy box. Obviously they're not on it or on it enough. Oh, there's Amazon there. So there's Amazon, and obviously they're sharing the buy box because they have less than 1% of the listing. So those are just the basic checks. I mean, once I start Googling and I find a good price, then I'll probably get a bit more stuck in and get into the nitty gritty of it. But that's just this quick gloss over to see if it's even worth searching to find the product. Let me know if there's anything I've missed out, or there's some tips and tricks that you'd like to share with everyone else. Hope it helps.